Welcome back, my gardening friends. Well, I'm a little bit puffed out and sweaty. I've been collecting a few more autumn fall leaves for my leaf mould, so a little bit sweaty, puffed out, and sweating like a glass blower's backside at the moment. But anyway, these are my Sarpo true potato seeds. So these were originally grown from seeds, from the seed pods. So the first year we grew the seeds and we got them in little pots and we had little tubers. The second year I selected the best of those and grew them again. From those we had the seed from these, and for a little experiment I did my homemade compost in this one, which you've seen before. That's in my playlist under homemade liquid plant foods and compost mixes. And this one is some added potato feed that I had given me, so I haven't actually bought it, but I just wanted to see what difference it would make with these Sarpos. So I'll reveal this one first. This is my homemade compost. There's 2 seeds in each, and they were sown on the 1st of May this year. So, and that's 2019 for anybody that's watching this later on. So I'll get on with it. I'll remove the wood chips off the top and we'll have a look what we've got. On the top already, straight in the water. And anybody that does know me, I prefer the smaller potatoes, so I'm never disappointed in what I actually get. And I have a video where we had a little competition on growing potatoes in a pot of turds. I used horse droppings, the nuggets from that, and that has literally been my best reveal. Now this is my homemade compost. The potatoes do a great job in breaking it down even more, and then this goes into its separate compost bin afterwards. Well, I've got to bag it up for now because I've got to build a new bin. And the robin that you can hear tweetering in the background would love to get in here. Yes, I know, to grab a few worms. Won't be long. There's quite a few small ones, so we started off with 2. Ensuring we get all the small potatoes out, and if they're really small I just crush them and hope that they don't grow back. I'll just clean those up. Look nice, reasonably clean. I do add log ashes to my homemade mix, which helps prevent scab and wireworm. So that's my homemade mix. We'll move on to the Sarpos with the added potato feed. Again, 2 seed potatoes. weather has been absolutely awful. I think everyone in the UK has had some sort of weather, and some people have had completely extreme and been flooded out. So even though I've not been able to do anything on my allotment, I'm just thankful that my property, buildings, anything like that, have been affected. So we'll just sit back and get a few little jobs done. This looks quite disappointing. But the potatoes still keep coming. This is my homemade compost, and I'm noticing that there's quite a few that split, whether that's because of the plant food or something else. That's some of the little bit of leaf mould in there. This is brilliant stuff, material to reuse around the allotment, and a third of this will go back into my compost, to my potato mix for next year. Nothing left of the potatoes. Mrs. King hasn't missed the toilet brush just yet. Just get these cleaned up. So that's those, and these are split quite a bit. There's a few good ones. Some people might be disappointed in that with 2 potatoes, because really you're starting off with those and getting that in return. But we don't eat a great deal of potatoes. It's definitely been affected by something, so I may have another look at another one that's got the potato feed in. Weight wise, I don't think there's much to choose there. Robocrop, have a look at those and see what you think. Who's the winner? And the winner is my homemade compost. So without opening another bucket up, which I will do later on, we'll have a look, see how the potato feed's done in another container. Don't want to harvest too many, because I want these to last me throughout the winter months in the containers. As I always say, quality, not quantity. And we didn't get the quality with the added potato fertilizer. So as we get the really cold frosts, I'll be lowering these down in between here. As you can see, we've got quite a few more of the containers left, mainly Sarpos now, and still got some purple variety unknown, and there's still got a white variety that were unknown. They were safe seed when I first took on plot 1, hashtag starting a new allotment. So this is all my spent potato compost, and plus what we've got in the wheelbarrow, and I'm hoping to actually build a pallet bin round here somewhere. I've got some pallets that are reasonably suitable on plot 1, and I can choose what I need. These will make ideal laths for down the front, so that I can stack them on top of one another, so I can lows and rear the entrance, and I'll see what else I can get. Update on the leaf mould, I've got 6 bags in there now. these are the 2 bags that I collected today. I'm hoping to collect 1 more. I'll try to do 3 a day. Any more than that and it's just a little bit too much. I haven't used the mower to mulch them. It's just far too time consuming. It's taken me long enough to collect the leaves, let alone do anything else with them, but it's something for the future. I've managed to move those logs about and create a little refuge for some of our wild life friends, and just behind here is my hedgehog house. I built this when I was doing hashtag starting a new allotment, and I've got a funny feeling it's been trodden down a lot. I might put a little bit of sand there to see if there's any paw prints, but I don't want to disturb the hedgehog if I have actually got one. It'd be nice to know. Well, I'm about to go off on another journey with my wheelbarrow, another 800-900 metres. It's good for the body, good for the mind, maybe not so good for the body. But I'd like to thank Chris from ACS for sending me the leaf grabbers. They've not arrived yet, and I'm halfway towards a new landscape rake, and I'll set myself up a PayPal me account if anybody wants to contribute. And you can't go halfway through November without picking a few more raspberries. They're not brilliant, but refreshing. Excuse me. I would love to make a start on this, but you do more damage than good by walking on wet soil. That's the rubbishy leaf mould out of the trommel. That'll be added as one of my mixes. The Jerusalem artichokes have had enough of this weather, so are the parsnips, and I presume the celery is exactly the same. I've even had to pinch some of the leaf mould out of some of the paths, but leaf mould does hold the water, but at least your feet don't get so dirty, so I've had to pinch some from there. This will have to be removed anyway. And I'm going to weigh that cabbage at some stage, because I think that's a lot bigger than the one I took to Malvern. And of course, still haven't got this done. It's, as I say, it's far too wet. Raw beans are looking good at the moment. Nothing's touching them. These are my leeks that I grew from the pips from off the seed heads, and I've noticed that there's a little bit of rust coming on them, so I may just hack these off just at ground level if it gets any worse. And just before you go, if you could please remember to hit the like button or dislike, we don't mind, it's all interaction. And please, anybody that comments, please do not ask for sub, as I will report you. Too many good channels have disappeared because they've agreed to sub. We only sub each other if we really like the channels. That's why I always say, if you've liked the content, consider subscribing, because I can't ask you to. Happy gardening to you all. Till next time, my friends. Ta-ra for now.